Hello everyone, welcome to another new video, and in this video we are going to create this simple login form, and we are going to use HTML, CSS and a little bit of JavaScript. Now if you are a beginner level front-end developer or you are just learning HTML and CSS, then this video is just for you. So without any further delay, let's get started. I have created a project folder, and inside it we have a HTML file and JavaScript file and a CSS file. I have added all of this inside our index.html, and we have some little boiler. So let's create the markup first. In here I am going to create a new div with the class of wrapper. Inside it I am going to create another div with the class of container. And inside it we need to first add our welcome text, so I am going to use an JSON for that. Now we need to add the form, so let's do that, and I am going to give it a class of form. Let's leave the action blank for now, we don't need that, we only need the action for development purpose. Now inside it we at first need to add an input for the username, then an input for the password. Let's do that. Input type text. Let's add a placeholder with it, username. Then I'm going to copy and paste this, and the second one will be password. Let's change the placeholder to password. Okay, now what we need is a button, which will be the submit button. So let's do that. Button type will be submit. Let's also add an ID of login. So this is our button, the text will be login. Okay, I have opened this file by a extension called live server, and this is it. Now we need to add some BR tag to push down to the next line. So I'm going to do that. BR. Now it should be in 3 different lines, and it is. Now let's move on to the style.css, and we are going to do our styling here. But before going into that, let's add a font from the Google font. The font name is Hansita, and we are going to use this font family for our project. So let's search here, and this is our font. Let's get the regular one, bold one. We actually don't need anything else, so let's import it in here in style.css. Now we also need to add this font family. Let's copy this, we don't need the Google fonts anymore, and I am going to add it with the asterisk. It will apply on the whole template. So let's add some universal things here, margin 0, padding 0, because the browser has some default margin and padding, and we actually don't need that. Box sizing will be border box. Okay, now let's paste the font family, and let's also add a font size of 18 pixels. Also we can add a letter spacing, because this Hansita font is a little bit of congested, so let's try on 0.2 pixels. Now let's move on to the wrapper, and we want this form in the middle of the web page, or this container div at the middle of the web page. For that we can use the position property of CSS. So we are going to give this wrapper a position of absolute and this container a position of relative. So let's do that. The class name is wrapper. Let's give it a position of absolute. Let's also give it a weight of 100% and a height of 100 viewport height, so it will take the entire web page. Now let's go to the container div, and we are going to give it a position of relative, because the parent element here has a position of absolute. Now let's see, we need to make it center, so we can do that by text align center, and let's give some space from the top. Let's try 30%. Now it is in center. This wrapper here should have a background color of the gradient, and we are going to do that. So I have designed it in Figma, and we can actually copy the HTML property for the colors from Figma. If you are more interested about Figma, you can check out my video. It will be on the I button. So let's add the background color with the wrapper here, and now it has this beautiful background color. Now let's move on to this text here. It has this H on and it's inside the container. So we are going to style that now. Container and H on. Let's give it a font size of 40 pixels. The color should be white. Let's give it a font weight of 400. It is the regular font weight. I think it will do for now. It is looking fine. Actually, we can make it smaller and see the live effect. Okay, now we can see it from here. Now let's move on to the next one, which is the form. So let's target the class of form. Okay, now we need to add some padding with it. Let's try padding of 20 pixels. So it will be applied on top and bottom, and for the left and right we don't need any padding, so it will be 0. Now let's move on to the input fields here. So it will be form and input. Now it has this outline. If we focus on that, we can see the outlines, but we don't need that. So let's make the outline to 0. Now it should not have any outlines and it is gone. Now let's give it a border of 1 pixel solid RGBA. It is the black color, and let's use the opacity of 0.4. Now we can also add some background color. Let's do that. Background, and we are again going to use the RGBA because we don't want it be too white. So again 255. This is actually as white, not black. So let's use an opacity of 0.2. Now we cannot see anything because I have made a mistake here. It will be RGBA. Okay, now it looks fine. Now let's create some padding around that. Let's do that. Padding for top to bottom, I am going to apply 8 pixels, and from left to right 18 pixels. Okay, now we can also apply some margin. We want to create some gaps, so we are going to give it a margin bottom. Okay, let's put a margin bottom of 12 pixels. Okay, now it looks fine, but we want to give it some border radius to make the corners rounded. Let's do that. Border radius should be 6 pixels or 5 pixels. I think it looks fine. So this is it, but it is kind of narrow. We can make it wide by giving it a wide. Let's do that. Let's give it a wide of 260 pixels, and now it is okay. But if we want to put some text here, it is black, but we want that to be white, so we can give it a color of white. Okay, it is fine. Now let's make the text be aligned center. So text align should be center. Now it is centered. Now we need to actually style the placeholder text here, and we can actually do that by targeting that placeholder from, sorry, we need to target the input, then placeholder. Now let's give this placeholder a color of white, and the font size should be a little smaller. I'm going to give it a 14 pixels. Actually, I think we can remove that. It is looking fine in this way. Style all of the things, but when we focus on that, there actually nothing happened, so we can use an focus event for that. So let's do that. From input, and we are going to apply hover and also the focus. Okay, let's apply the hover first. When you hover on that, we want to change the background color a little bit. So let's increase the opacity. So now it is 0.2. Let's make it 0.3. It will be a subtle effect, and it's looking fine, but we can also add some transition with it. So the transition should be always applied on the parent element, which is this input. So let's add a transition of all 0.3 second maybe. Yes, okay, it will work fine. It is. Now let's apply some focus effect. So when we focus on that, we want the background to be completely white. We also want to increase the white. So we have given this a white of 260 pixels. So let's give it a white of more than that, suppose 320 pixels. Yes, it is looking fine, but when we type something in it, it is white because we have given this a color of white, but we actually cannot see anything inside it because the background is also white. So we need to change the color. Let's do that. I'm going to give this a color of some hexagonal color, 9045 AB. Okay, it looks fine. Now let's move on to the last item of the form, which is this button. So we need to target the form and the button. Now this button also has this outline. Let's make the outline to 0. Now we want to give it a background color of white. Let's add some padding with it of 8 pixels and 18 pixels, just as like that before, but it should take the entire white, so we can give it a white of 260 pixels. We need to get rid of the borders, and we also need to make the border radius a little bit. So we have used 6 pixels in here. Let's also give it a border radius of 6 pixels. It will be the same. Now let's get rid of the border. Border should be 0. Okay, now it looks fine. We can also change the text color a little bit. Let's do that. Color should be this one. Okay, it looks fine, but when we hover on that, we want to give the background color a little bit darker maybe. So let's target the form, button, hover, and background color. Not the attachment, it should be color. And I'm going to give it a value of this one. It has the subtle effect in the background. So I think we are done with our CSS. Now let's move on to our script.js, and we are actually going to use vanilla JavaScript because we don't need to use heavy library like jQuery to make this work, because it will make our application heavier. And actually there are so many things available in vanilla JavaScript nowadays in the ES6 that we actually don't need to use the jQuery in a small project. We can do it by using the vanilla JS. So let's get some elements from here. The animation will start when we will click on this button, right? So for that we first need to get it. So this button has a ID of login. Let's get that. Although we could actually use the submit event, but let's keep it simple and use the button. So I'm going to create a variable named btn, and inside it document dot we are going to use query selector, not all query selector, and it has this ID of button, sorry, login. Now we also need something else from here. So when we do that, this form here will disappear and this welcome text will get lower. So we also need these two elements. So let's do that. The form has a class of form and it is an JSON inside a container div. So let's create a const, and I'm going to name it welcome because this is an welcome text. Again, document dot query selector, not all, and it's inside the container and JSON. Let's just copy and paste this. The third one we need is the form here, and it has this class of form, so we get all our elements. Now let's move on to our function. We on the animations when we click on the login button, which we have get it by the query selector in this constant or this variable. So btn, we are going to add an event listener with it. So when we click on that, the event is click. When we click on that, something will happen. We need to add a callback function inside it, so we can pass some arguments inside the callback function. Let's add an event argument inside it, and this is our function. I have used an arrow function here. We can do that in ES6. So when we click on the login, as you can see here, the page is refreshing but or reloading. We don't want that, so we want to prevent that. So it will be E, which is this event here, and we want to do prevent default. Now it should not be refreshing while we click on that, and it is not. Now what do we want? We want the form to disappear. So we have got the form inside this variable form dot, we want to use the style and the opacity. So let's make the opacity 0. When we click that, so it will disappear. Let's click it here, and it is working, but it is happening too fast, so we can actually add some transition with the form. So let's go to the style.css, and here is our form. Let's add a transition of all maybe 0.5 second is in out. Okay, now it should be slower, and it is. Now we need to push down this welcome message a little bit, so we are actually going to use the translate for that. So it will be the translate I. So we can get that by using this variable of welcome dot again style, and now we want to change the transform. Now the value should be translate I. Translate Y is the vertical direction, and we want to push down a little bit, so we need to give it a positive value. Let's try 70 pixels. I think it should work now. Okay, it is happening too fast because this has no transition effect, so we can also apply the transition with the JSON. It should be at the top here. This is it. I'm going to apply on second because it should be slower. Okay, when you click on that, it disappears and the welcome message comes down a little bit. So this is our project, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.